People will never be fine. If they want to have something against you, they will find something. So no need. Just do your best. Hello guys. So this is the video I've been preparing to make for a long time. I call it 20 things I wish I learned in my 20s. Okay, let it be clear that I'm not trying to give out life lessons. I just want to rant. Let's go. 20 things. I've written them down and I'm going to be looking at my lists. In no particular order anyway. Like, none of these lessons are more superior to the other. So number one is just the one that first came to mind.
I wish I knew that failure is not fatal.
The first time I failed, it was as if my life was going to come to an end. People who are used to failure will not understand this. But getting older, I realized that if you're not failing, there is a probability that you're not doing anything. As long as you're doing things, you're alive, you're trying things, you will fail at some, you will succeed at some. The more you fail, the more you learn. The second thing I wish I understood in my 20s is that small things like complaints ruin the wonderful memories. Now that I'm older, when I look at some of my pictures in certain places, I'll be like, oh, nice memories. At that time, it was actually a nice moment. I was complaining about something, I was bickering about something, I was fretting or anxious over something. I wish I've not complained so much about certain experiences, because now those experiences are memories. And I didn't fully live in those memories, like those moments. It's now that I'm just enjoying the memory. I don't know if you understand. That's why I said that you may not really learn anything from this. It's just me ranting. But thank you for still being here. The third thing I wish I knew when I was in my 20s is not to stress over people's opinion. Like when I'm trying to do something, I just try to consider what people will say and all that. But I found out that people are never okay. Like, they must say something. People will never be fine. If they want to have something against you, they will find something. So no need. Just do your best. The fourth thing I wish I've always known in my 20s is that you don't become passionate about something you're not great at. There are certain things I tried and I let them go with the mindset that I'm not really passionate about these things. But when I got older, I realized that when you become great at something, you will become passionate about it. The fifth thing I wish I've always known in my 20s is that you see all those feeling of I'm not enough, I'm not adequate, I'm not qualified. It is coming from what we think of ourselves, not what we think that other people think. The sixth thing I wish I learned in my 20s is to be more daring. I was afraid of a lot of things and it limited me from doing a lot of things. So I wish I was more daring. Okay, the seventh thing is that I wish I had followed a model in my career and business. One thing I struggled with in my 20s is my career. And I wake up with ideas and I try to bring those ideas to life. It's a lot of struggle, but I wish I had just looked at someone who is successful at what I want to be and just copied that person. Remember I said I'm not giving you advice, I'm just saying things I wish I knew in my 20s. The eighth thing I wish I knew was how to communicate effectively. You know how they used to talk to us as children? Why are you sitting down there? No, don't do that. It's not going to work that way. Most times when we grow up, we talk that way without even knowing it. Until people start asking us why we're shouting at them, why we're acting as if we are their mother, why we can't reduce our voice. That's when we start understanding that. So I wish I've known how to communicate better. I wish I've learned it in my 20s. The ninth thing is still similar to number 8. I wish I've learned how to say okay and nothing more to people instead of trying to explain or dig deep, or make the matter longer. I don't even want to talk about the fact that it's a bad habit, but I want to talk about the fact that the energy we used to do all that is a waste of time. The 10th thing I wish I knew when I was in my 20s is not to take words to heart. It took me a lot of time before I realized that people don't really mean what they say. And even when they mean it, it's not everything that I should take personally. It's not everything that I should take seriously. Like, it's not everything someone says to you that you take to heart. It's not everything someone says to you that you go home and think about. It's not everything someone says to you that you take. This is number 10. We're going to continue in the next video. But before that, I want to thank Tech Vendor for sponsoring this video. If you want to buy a laptop or a router, Tech Vendor is your sure plug. You can also get other things like this wireless microphone, laptop batteries, laptop bags, flash drives, and stuff like that. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in part 2.